Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
Excellent. I'm Stephanie,
I'm Helen.
and welcome to our podcast. Um, we have turned another milestone.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Mhm.
What is it?
No, I found out the one milestone this morning, and I didn't want to give you a heads up. I went on a power walk with Tom this morning, and I told him, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" So, in addition to this major milestone, we did have two viewers write in with topics they wanted us to discuss,
No
which that's
way.
cool. But that's not even the news.
Oh,
We got our first response,
we got our first what? You cut out.
fan response.
No way.
And can you tell that I know how to use air quotes?
Yes.
Yes. So Zadilo 52
Ooh.
wanted to tell us, and I quote, and I'm going to use the punctuation the way that they did.
Oh, great.
Stupid ass shit, period. Get culture, get education, travel, stupid cunts.
Awesome. We're
End
doing
of quote.
we're doing all the right things.
So, what I have to say is, in addition to, I think it's funny that um, they are allowed to say what they want, and we have free speech, and
Yep, that's
they can
cool.
agree or disagree.
I
I
love
feel
it.
like they don't agree with some of our points.
Well, then they don't need to watch.
They don't need to watch,
I
or
don't
they could
care.
watch and get a different perspective. But what I also think is funny is, free speech, you have free speech, people
Yeah.
can debate. I also just think it's funny that they said nothing about any points, just kind of name calling.
Well, typical liberal idiot, right?
I,
Ooh,
I, I,
let's
so,
do high five because we did.
ooh, that we're really good at that on the screen. So that's my
So, oh, that's great. So, was that on Instagram or YouTube?
um I think it was on Instagram and it was like a private message. And then I could accept the message request or not. And I thought, I don't think they want to debate, so I didn't agree to it.
Yeah, it's who cares what they think? Because again, what do I always say? I don't care what any of them think. They mean
Well,
nothing to
and
me.
not only that, it just shows that maybe we're doing the right thing or we're hitting
Yeah.
some buttons.
That's a low caliber person, and we don't have time for low caliber people.
Double. Yeah.
I gave some laser noises to mine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
then
And
on
then,
to,
so well, wait, let's go
oh,
back. So you said somebody wrote in asking for topics. You don't have to tell me what
yes.
the topics are, but where did that come from? YouTube or Instagram?
Let's see. So one was on Facebook and one was
Oh,
on, actually both on Facebook.
oh, Facebook.
One
Okay.
they wrote on our site, I
Oh,
mean
I
on
didn't know
our
we had
post.
that.
I mean on our post.
Okay.
And then the other one sent me a private message. So I'll start with that one, with the
Sure.
with the private message one.
Yeah.
And I didn't look it up and do a lot of research on it. I just thought it was interesting and that someone brought it up.
Yeah.
Um, so basically the viewer sent this video and there was radical Muslims who have a 9-year-old child bride.
Oh,
And this leftist Muslim went on to say they vote leftist because the left creates issues for us to be distracted with while the real problems persist.
yeah, that's exactly what they do.
And child bride, and it showed this little 9-year-old. I mean, it was a video. Yes, there's AI, this and that, but I do think this
Oh, it's
happens in
real. I haven't even
some of
seen it, but
those,
it's probably real.
yeah. And no one's up in arms about that. And I mean, this poor little child.
Yeah, because guess what? It doesn't have to do with Christianity. If that was a Christian, the whole world would be falling apart, going crazy over itself, because it's easy and acceptable to pick on Christians and Christianity in general, bash it and be against it and say, oh, you're idiots. Oh, you're uneducated, blah, blah, blah. They will never say anything negative about Islam, and they will never say anything negative about any other religion. But there's free reign to go after Christians and Christianity because it's socially acceptable to do that. It's not socially acceptable to say anything negative about Muslims or Islam or anything like that. because you're not being sensitive. Losers, right? So it's like they go after the Christians because they know they can. And typically, most Christians don't fight back, they just kind of let it go. But if you say anything about Islam, Muslims don't let it go. I mean, they drew, this was years ago, a few years ago, this magazine in France. Someone drew a picture of Muhammad, and this Muslim went over there and killed the people in that magazine. He shot it up because you're not supposed to draw pictures of Muhammad, who is a false prophet. Because that's their guy. So they went, yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah,
Wow.
and they do vote left because the left is full of retarded people who go along with it. It's like, yeah, they don't say anything about Muslims or Islam and all the stuff that they do. They attack Christianity.
Yeah.
And
And I mean,
so,
extremists aren't welcome or good in any area, whether it's
hmm,
religion, whether it's the
mhm,
weather. If
exactly.
it's too hot or too cold,
Mm,
nobody wants that,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So, but yeah, it's very sad because that is what hope happens. There are child brides and, in the Middle East that it's definitely happening. There's videos all over the internet about it, but no one says anything. You'd think all these stupid liberal feminists would be up in arms about it, but no, they're too busy trying to fight for the right to continue killing the baby before it's born. That's more important to them than helping a 9-year-old little girl go marry a 40-year-old guy.
Hmm.
Doesn't even matter how old he is. He could be 20. Why is a 20-year-old marrying a 9-year-old?
Right,
Is
right.
anybody marrying a 9-year-old?
It's
They're disgusting.
pedophilia and
Uh-huh.
wrong
Yeah.
and
No,
abuse.
no, that should, yeah, it's like, who in their right mind would want to do that unless you're mentally ill?
I mean, you have to be a pedophile to think. I mean,
Yeah.
anyone else would see like, oh, this is someone to have a tea party with, not to marry.
Yeah. Unless it's your daughter or your niece, you shouldn't even have a tea party with that little girl. You
Well, I'm
know,
just saying,
yeah.
if the family introduces you or something like that, I mean, it's strange.
Yeah, no, no, it's a horrible thing that happens and it is continuing to happen. And it's legal in a lot of countries, a lot of Middle Eastern countries and African countries. There's nothing wrong with it. So, but you mostly hear about it in the Middle East, and it's wrong. It's disgusting. And anyone who tries to say that it's okay because that's their culture is really just delusional and a typical liberal leftist loser.
I can't imagine anyone here in America saying that's okay unless they're a pedophile.
Oh no.
I just can't.
Yeah. But again, don't forget the left is also trying to normalize pedophilia, saying
What do
that,
they call it? Minor attracted
yeah, minor
people?
attracted person, a map, and they're saying that they have just as much right to have that sexual desire and urge as, two straight people having the desire and urge to be with each other. They're trying to legitimize it.
Well, and I have to correct you in there because they're not necessarily, because you said two straight people. I think you meant to say adult people because it's not
Oh, yes, yeah,
necessarily,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's fine. But no, they don't even care about adult. They're just, yeah, no, they just think that it's fine. Whatever anybody wants to do is okay.
yeah,
Want to marry your dog? Go for it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They're all crazy and sick in the head.
yeah.
Yep.
So the other topic, let me see, where did it go? Okay. Which is funny because I was like, oh, I actually had this on my notes for our next podcast.
Ooh.
So um, she wanted me to talk about the Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, who will
Ah,
be doing the halftime show. And for those of our viewers who don't know, and I only know because he dated Kendall Jenner, and I love the Kardashian Jenner clan.
that's where
So
you and I diverge so greatly. It's like that's our biggest chasm.
yeah, yeah. Well, we can't be twins, totally. So,
No, no, we cannot.
but so I knew the name from that.
Never heard of the
But
person.
I I've never heard they sing in Span. He sings in Spanish,
Oh, good.
and he also said he would never perform in the U.S. so his fans would not be deported by ICE, and he is Puerto Rican.
But he's going to perform at the Super Bowl.
So
Nice.
Yes.
How long, wait, what was the time gap between those two statements? You
That
know?
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
wondering if
has
it
been
was
saying it.
weeks apart or if it was like years apart. Where okay, or month. I have a feeling it's probably been not even. I would imagine it's probably weeks because of the whole ice thing. So it's got to be less than a couple of weeks since he said that ridiculous comment in the first place. But then to go ahead and agree to perform at the Super Bowl, yeah, gotcha.
Well, and I mean, I don't have
Just shows
any
the
problem.
hypocrisy.
I mean, it's hypocritical. I agree.
Hypocrite.
But I Googled how many people in the US or what percentage of Americans speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, I love some salsa, some reggae,
Mhm.
all of that, but it was like 19%, and he doesn't sing in English. I mean, maybe he will for the Super Bowl, but
Doubt
that
it.
seems strange to me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look who it's the NFL. They're woke, they're all into the wokeness. And, so right now it's fashionable to be in that world, anti-ICE, anti-Trump, anti-America for the most part. So of course, bring in somebody who's only going to speak sing in Spanish. It makes perfect sense to me because they have liberal logic. And so,
Hmm.
and again, we don't even watch this. Like, I don't watch it, so who cares? But to say, I don't want my fans to get deported, and then 2 seconds later say, yeah, I'm going to the Super Bowl. That
Right,
makes perfect
right.
sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, and I do like to watch the halftime show mainly because I find that I watch the halftime show and I'll have my opinion whether I'm like, that was really great
Yeah.
or that was ho hum. And then I'll go on the internet the next day and there's people in the one camp that say that's the most artistic, amazing
Oh,
thing
yeah.
they've ever seen. And then someone on the other camp saying, that was terrible, horrible. I don't know what they were thinking. And it's like, did we all watch the same thing? Just
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
differences.
I know James definitely will watch it with Sabri. We don't even go to Super Bowl parties because James wants to actually watch the football game and not
Yeah,
be distracted by people talking. You know,
yeah.
so um, yeah, I mean, if it's on, it'll be in the background for me. I'll do something more interesting for myself, like I'll watch on Golden Girls or Columbo or something.
Says no one else or everyone else. I don't know which.
There's no one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it just goes to show it's like they talk from both sides of their mouth. So it's whatever suits them. It's not,
Right.
they don't really care. Their focus is mostly them. So yeah, so I'm never going to perform in the US. It's so horrible. But let me perform on the largest stage in the US.
Right. Right.
Hey,
Where
hey,
pretty
genius.
much everyone's tuned in,
Hmm.
even if they're not, glued to it, like,
Yeah,
say, your husband, my husband. Now, my husband does really like the Super Bowl, but he's not as into it if it's teams that he doesn't like. He prefers it if it's, one of his teams,
right. Yeah.
you know.
Understood.
So,
And makes sense.
yeah. So
And
I
I've
think there's
seen
been
it
times
where
where he's like, I don't really care about either team,
yeah. No, I
you
mean,
know.
if you're not going to perform in America, if we're so horrible, then why would you perform at the Super Bowl? So you really didn't mean what you said. You were just saying it to get attention. It's a big surprise. And, to show everyone that you're just a hypocrite and you're going to go where the money is. Even though they don't get paid to perform, but you get all that free publicity, exposure, marketing, you're singing around the world, people are seeing you. So you're going to get a boost. So it really is about bottom line and not about any kind of ideological thought process or really feeling strongly about wanting to protect your fans. You don't care
Right.
about your fans, you care about yourself.
Right.
Because if he did, he'd say, sorry, no, I'm not going to do it. But hey, if you want me to do a halftime show at an NFL game that's in South America, because they have those now, during a regular game, do you want me to do something there? That would make sense. I'd be like, okay, he's standing by his conviction. But no, I really want to get these dates. I need to know when he said what, because I guarantee you it's probably less than 2 weeks apart. And it's just hilarious to me.
Well, I don't know if it's 2 weeks or 250 days or whatever the amount is of the current president.
No, the whole ICE thing just happened like within the last month. That's when they started losing their minds
Oh,
over it.
yeah,
Like,
that's
let me see.
true.
What's his name? I don't know.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Uh-huh.
Not playing in US. Let me see if I can get that. Okay.
Do, 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 do,
Okay,
do, do,
so
do,
funny
do.
to yeah, everyone's now just saying like uh yeah, everything is now saying he wasn't going to do it, but now he is. So they're all calling out the hypocrisy, even New York Times. Um, Bad Bunny, here's the New York Times headline 16 hours ago. Bad Bunny isn't touring US due to ICE, but agents will be at Super Bowl where he's performing. You know,
Right.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is awesome. I love it when they show how stupid they are. Makes me happy. Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all of the headlines are he said he wasn't going to do the play in the US, but he's doing this. So they're just calling out the hypocrisy. So it had to have been
Right.
reasons that he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
the Times would not have commented on it.
Oh, let's see. Where did I have that at? Oh, I'm so ahead of myself. I already scratched it out. There is, have you seen that a lot of people are canceling their Netflix subscriptions?
Yes, good. We
So,
canceled ours a long time ago.
well, for those of our listeners who don't know, there's a new show called Dead End Paranormal Park. It's on Netflix and it's rated TV Y7. Have you heard of the Y7?
No.
So Y7, I guess, means for 7-year-olds.
Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe no one under seven, like
Mm,
PG-13.
yes, but like seven and up, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
That's what I would deduce as well.
Yeah.
It has a transgender character, complete with blue hair, who ran away from his homophobic grandmother. I guess there's some a pug that turns into a demon, or there's something with a demon.
Anything, all that, everything you just said is horrible. I don't know why they would think that's an appropriate children's show unless they have the agenda, which we know they do. And why would anyone in their right mind allow their child to watch that? And then why would anyone at Netflix think that is a good idea? Oh, let's do this. It's like, do they not learn? What happened to Disney? Disney went through a lot because of their stupidity in this area. And then Bud Light, they lost how many billions due to that moron that they had on the can doing commercials. But so Netflix and Target, same thing, lost millions and billions of dollars, like all around, because of their stances, because they had all of that inappropriate clothing for children, you know. And now Netflix is like, hold my beer. Let me get involved in this and bankrupt my company to some extent, where the value goes way down, and then we have to backpedal and then build ourselves up again, which is fine. Build yourself back up again, but you didn't have to do this, and you knew what the reaction was going to be. They're not stupid. They knew by doing this what it would cause. And so give me a break. And even it's like people got upset over the logo change at Cracker Barrel.
I mean, people were
Yeah,
upset about that, which
they
is a little
stopped it.
shocking to
It
me.
was insane. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's have a cartoon. Is it a cartoon
Hmm.
for kids? It says why seven? Why does a 7-year-old need to see that?
Right.
No child needs to see that. I don't need to see that. I don't want to watch that stupid stuff. But why would you think that's an appropriate thing to have? A transgender kid running away from his homophobic grandmother? Let me guess, the grandmother's white?
Probably
Yeah,
the kid.
probably. Yeah,
Well, the
and
kid
probably
is.
Christian, right? So, they got to bash the Christians and the white people as much as they can. So, and then all of this other stupidity. And why is a demon involved? Why would anything demonic be appropriate for children?
I mean, when
What
I was a
is
kid,
appro-
anything with a demon would have scared me. The transgender probably would have gone right over my head as a
No,
kid.
they make it pretty, I'm sure they make it pretty obvious what they're going to be doing there. And all of this goes into why so many public schools are losing kids. So many kids are going either homeschool, charter, or private. But I know so much more kids are going to homeschool. And it's because the parents are now they're realizing I have to be a lot more hands-on in understanding what's happening with my child and what they're getting exposed to. It's not like
Yeah.
when we were going to school, it's like there was none of this stuff. It's like the biggest thing we had going on at school was, it's like, what are they serving for lunch? Oh, I don't like this. Oh, it's pizza day. Yeah, all right. You know, I didn't have to worry about any of the stupidity. Like the teachers were not pushing agenda and ideology on us. They were like, 1 and 1 plus is two. And if you don't know that, then you have a big problem.
Yeah.
They were focused
And
on the actual education of us,
on
not
the on
brainwash.
the on the flip side, I can see if you had a child who you felt was transgender or
Not
showing
at
those
7.
tendencies.
These kids don't
Right.
wake up and realize what, no, they're around us. They're influenced by it. You can never convince me ever that a
Mm-hmm.
7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 10-year-old really knows anything. They're getting influenced. If
Yeah,
they're
see,
20 and they feel that way, go do whatever the frick you want. I don't care. You are a child, and these parents that just buy into it. How bad is your life that you need that much attention that you're going to jeopardize your child's health?
but I do have to say this. If I had a child and the child came to me and said this, and then that they were transgender or they thought they were, and then they said they wanted to kill themselves, and I shouldn't even use me as an example, but I can understand a parent being concerned.
You're going to be concerned, but why do they even feel that way in the first place? What prompted that? And you're not getting that. It didn't happen in the history of the world up until
Hmm.
recently. So you know it's fabricated. You know that it's an agenda. You know it's not real. These How many kids did you know growing up that were transgender?
Yeah, but I could
Zero.
say on the flip
And no
side,
one killed themselves that I
mhm,
knew of because of it.
right?
No, stop. It's an insanity. These people are mentally ill. And I don't know why all of a sudden this is the fashionable thing to be, other than to destroy America, destroy families, and bring in this whole view of weakness. No, I just don't get it. I'm never going to buy into it. When I see little kids dressed, it's like if that little girl, maybe she's just a tomboy. I didn't like to wear dresses growing up, and now I wear a dress every day. But it's not,
Right.
I was like, maybe so what if the boy likes art? Good. Maybe he's an artist. Doesn't mean that he's transgender or that he's gay. Like give me a break. Like let the kids grow up. You're
Yeah.
never going to convince me ever that this is something normal.
Yeah.
Do it when you're 20. I don't care. Do it when you're
I,
18. Move out of your parents' house and see how the real world is. I don't care.
mhm.
Stay away from the kids. What is this obsession with subjecting kids to this? It didn't
Yeah,
happen before.
I think on the one hand, I see where you're like, you know what, I want to have my child not feel like a that they're not normal or whatever. Like I'm erring on the side of
You
caution
know
and
what?
love.
Then be a parent. Talk to the
Yeah.
kid. Figure out what's
Yeah.
really going on.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day, he's like, hey, mom, look, I'm a pirate. Oh, okay, great. Now we have to cut off your leg and give you a peg leg and a hook on. Okay, let's go and poke out your eye and put a patch on. That's stupidity.
Right. Right.
Yeah, of course, you're saying you're a pirate. You're 9 and you're playing.
And it's October,
Yeah, like,
Halloween.
come on. No, I don't care. I don't care what anybody
Yeah.
says. You're not going to convince me.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
don't even know that I'm trying to convince you. I'm just trying to look at
No,
it
no, I
from
know. I'm not
another.
saying you are, but
Yeah.
society,
Yeah.
Netflix, stupid woke people who don't understand anything. Like, no, you're never going to. If you have a family, right, and you
Hmm.
have all of this stuff going on in your family where one kid is this, another kid is that, and da, 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 that is an environmental issue. That is not the kid is born that way. That is an environmental issue that the child is growing up in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's how it is. Now, like, in high school, do boys and girls like they're like, oh, I like girls, I like boys, they're gay, whatever. Okay, whatever. But to say that I'm transgender and then go through the puberty blockers and get surgeries and change the name and say, I'm this, I'm that, call me whatever stupid pronouns they come up with. No, I'm not going to. I'm sorry. No. When you're older, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. You can dress up as Bozo the Clown every day, and I don't give two poops about it. You don't need to do that you don't need to do it to children.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on another topic, um, about people you mentioned weak, and this brought up Secretary of War Pete Hegseth
Love him.
slams fat generals and
Yeah,
says
he
we need to
should.
meet height, weight criteria and pass the PT test,
Yeah,
which I think is reasonable.
yeah. Set the
And
example.
people are losing their minds over it, and I'm
Well, who's
not
losing
sure
their
why.
minds over it?
Nameless people on social media.
Yeah, because they probably look just like the way he described. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't need fat people in the military. I need healthy, strong people who are going to defend and protect my country and me. That's it.
right.
I don't, if you can't pass the test, then you don't need to be there.
Or have a
It's
desk
not,
job or
yeah. No, it's not like you're applying for a job at Chick-fil-A saying, I'm going to sell French fries. And no, this is like, give me a break. So, yeah,
hmm.
no, I love it. I was thrilled. I listened to his whole thing, his whole speech.
I mean, don't they have similar requirements, or shouldn't they if they don't for firefighters?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, it doesn't seem like they do, but they should probably for police officers as
Police
well.
officers, they do, but then, as time goes on, they gain weight, different things. But when they join, yeah, there's standards they have to meet. But
Mm-hmm.
then they don't maintain the standards, which is where they need to go.
Right. I think that's
I mean, look at
the
look at
ticket.
kids in high school. How many fat kids are there? How many kids are obese or grossly obese? And I'm like, they can't even do a sit up.
Right.
Like maybe stop eating all the crap and take care of yourself because guess what? I don't want my tax dollars going to take care of you.
That brings up another point. I saw this video on social media, and it looked like to me it was something in the military,
Mm.
how the young people were doing these exercises, calisthenics, if you will. And it was a 1960s gym class, just a regular
No,
one. And
that's
that's
regular. Yeah, JFK put that in place. And you know, they were saying like we need to bring this back. Like RFK was saying, we need to bring this back. And people again lost their minds because your fat loser kid can't run 3 feet without having an asthma attack because of all the poison that they put in their body with the gross food and fake food that you're giving them. So yeah, no, it was just, they're doing like the little climbing wall thing with the pegs and they're doing all of
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, and their physique was phenomenal. So why is that a bad thing? Why do they want a weak America? Why do they want weak children? Why do they want brain dead children? People who
And
can't think for
adults.
themselves.
And adults. I
Well, the
mean,
adults, it's fine, but they know they start always target the children first because
right.
it moves up.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, and it's just an easier way to control people.
exactly. Yeah. So why would anyone think that it's a good thing that kids look the way they do or adults look the way they do? You
I
know?
mean, when I was a kid, there was maybe one heavy child in each class,
Yeah.
and now it's more than half.
But even then, the heavy child that you're talking about is probably not heavy compared to the other kids that we have today.
Oh,
They're probably more, maybe they were a little chubby, little,
yeah.
a little extra this, but not compared to what we're seeing with kids today. It's
Hmm.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have lots of them.
Yeah, that's why we're friends and that's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Um, so also this is I saw this too. It was a little karma alert, and I didn't Google it to check it
Yeah.
because it just tracked with me. But Jimmy Kimmel's ratings sink a couple days after the return
I
for
told you
his
it
off.
was. Didn't I tell you?
Yep,
I
yep. I
said,
was like, she called it.
I,
Yep, you said it
I'm
might
just
spike
that
for a
good,
little bit.
baby. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just that good, baby. Yeah.
And because he had untrue and unkind remarks.
No one cares that they were unkind. His remarks were disgusting.
Well, I mean, they were both.
Yeah. No one
Yeah.
cares. You're not gonna, I don't care about unkind words. The guy is a jerk and he can be a jerk, but that doesn't give him the right to then cry, be like, oh, I got singled down. Ugh. Yeah, because you
Right.
stink. You're not funny and your
Right.
ratings were tanking anyhow. This was their excuse to get you off the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This was what they were praying for. They just needed a reason. You gave it to them.
Right.
They took it, and then they put you back on 2 weeks later to do exactly what I said was going to do. Boost the
Exactly.
rating and then immediate crash.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Um, this is a little bit crazy too. So Ariana Grande, she is a singer. She was
Okay.
in Wicked.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
was Galinda in Wicked, and she did a long post about it's been 250 days to those who voted for Trump, and she asked if things were better,
Oh, yeah.
groceries better, health insurance, ICE ripping
Everything's
families
awesome.
apart.
Yeah.
What's that?
Everything's awesome.
Well, it was just, I mean, again, to someone who is she buying her own groceries? Is she worried about
She
health
doesn't know
insurance? And
anything. She's just a liberal who wants to get attention and look cool and have her, her fans go, yeah, go Ariane, or whatever her stupid name is. It's like, I don't care what you have to say. You don't live in the real world. You're in a
right,
bubble and go live there and stop playing with everyday American lives with your
right,
stupid thoughts. No one cares what they are.
right.
You can
Yeah.
say them, but no one cares.
I mean, yeah, some people might, but yeah.
Not anyone with half a brain cell.
And I don't know if you saw this too, that there was a witch was paid to curse Charlie Kirk right before his assassination.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Well, there you go. I
yeah.
don't know. I can't even comment on that. That's just so stupid. Yeah.
I
It's
just want to say 'tis the season. Sorry.
yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the
No,
joke's on
it's
her. He's in heaven with
yeah,
Jesus. And
right.
he's created this movement that is not dying down, they've brought so many people to Christ, and around the world, people are waking up and marching and saying, you know what? This was a good person. So thank you to whoever that was.
There
Yes.
you go.
All you did was fuel the fire and grow his campaign and his mission and bring more people to Jesus. So thank you. Appreciate
To
that.
make heaven crowded.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah. So happy
Yep.
Halloween to you, Witchy.
And there was a couple, not to make light of it, there was a couple shootings
Yeah.
again, and one of them was a Michigan Mormon church
Yes, that was
shooting.
really sad. They burned the church down too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then he did arson, and it just awful. And I think we talked about on the last podcast where there were people making fun of people saying thoughts and prayers, but it's
Yeah.
terrible.
No, I mean, and he was, I think, military guy, former military guy. Yeah,
I
which is
think
sad
so.
because we know so many of our military have psychological problems after serving and what they've
Yeah.
seen and all that
Hmm.
horribleness that's out there. They need help and
Right.
they need better care. And to me, they should be taken care of way before anybody who's here illegally.
Right.
I'd rather have my tax dollars going to them and taking care of them and making sure that they're stable, that they're safe, that they're healthy, not just physically, but also mentally, and
Hmm.
provide them the services that they need. There should be zero homeless veterans in this country, but there are.
Right.
Why are we not focusing on them?
And I mean, how would you not have PTSD if you saw wartime and saw your
Yeah.
brother, your sister, your friends, your troop
Yeah. Yeah.
killed right in front of you?
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, I feel really, really bad for the military people that are coming back and they need help. And I'm hoping, I know Trump is saying he's, very pro veterans, very pro military, which he is. I just don't know how it's trickling down to providing the mental health support that
Right.
they need.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I didn't look exactly at our start time, but I
Maybe a
think
good breaking point.
we're right at the kind of magic hour, if you will, for
Yeah.
our podcast. I do have to say, Zadillo 52, if you want to make some comments, let us know.
Bring them. We're happy to read them.
And I possibly butchered that name. I'm not sure.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not a real
They
name.
don't care. What do you
If they
expect for a
if
cunt
they
to do?
were if they were really serious, they wouldn't hide
Hmm.
behind a stupid fake made up name.
Right. I mean, maybe that's their last name
Well,
or their
maybe it is, and if
nickname.
it's their last name, that's fine. A mea culpa on that, but it just sounds like a made up,
Yeah.
hiding behind a keyboard, being a tough guy. Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna pick on these two girls. Ugh, I'm tough.
Even though they're tough too and smart
Yeah, yeah.
and educated and well traveled.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's okay. We can agree to disagree on
Oh,
that
I
one.
think it's hilarious. I love it. We know what we should do. We should print it and frame it. Make
Your answer to a lot of things is like, let's get that and let's frame it.
I think it would be cute for us to have like our first comment from somebody who
Fan mail.
I liked how you did that too with your quotes. I think that's awesome. We should definitely do it.
Yeah. I think it means we've arrived.
I think it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
want to know how they get to us. How did
Right,
we get into
right,
their algorithm that they saw us, watched it, and then decided to take time out of their pathetic lives to make that ridiculous comment. So thank you.
right.
I'm so glad we took
Yeah.
so much time of their life. That means that we're important to them. And you're important to us too.
Yeah. Well, hey, it was a big part of our podcast for today.
Hey, yeah, thanks for the content. I think, yeah, but, yeah, I think it's great. Yay.
So very cool. I was just thinking, I will sign us out.
Yes.
All right. Let me stop laughing. Okay. Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
You're like, I don't know if I can get the oomph into it with laughing. But I'm Stephanie,
I'm Helen. All right.
and
And
we're
until
signing
next
off.
time.
Until next time.